Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I am back again with another episode of Pick 6 by Rivas. After going 4-2 in the Week 12 slate, let's keep the momentum going for the Week 13 of 6 of my favorite games, Pick 6 by Rivas. Let's dive right in. Thursday, Thanksgiving slate, we have the Green Bay Packers versus the Detroit Lions. We have a divisional NFC North matchup on a short week between two teams trying to battle it out in a division where things are starting to heat things up. The Packers come into this game on a 3-game winning streak on the road, and they're looking to sweep the Detroit Lions for the first time since the 2020 season. The Packers defense will have a tough challenge trying to stop this highly potent offense that the Detroit Lions have, in which they're averaging over 30 points per game at home this season. Even if the Green Bay Packers aren't able to fold Jared Goff into a lawn chair like they did for J.J. McCarthy this past week, applying pressure and lining up the scoreboard will be key for this Green Bay Packers team. For the Detroit Lions, in the last 8 meetings, the Detroit Lions are 6-2, and they are looking to avoid a divisional sweep, in which they did sweep the Green Bay Packers last year. The Lions are 2-1 in the last 3 home games with an overtime win versus the Giants, a 3-point loss to the Minnesota Vikings and J.J. McCarthy, and a blowout on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Lions have given up 54 total points in the last 2 weeks against Jameis Winston and J.J. McCarthy. Despite a very potent offense, this defense does have some concerns for me, especially with Kirby Joseph not playing. I think this game will go either way. I think this game could go 50-50 here. I'm going to start things hot for this video on the Thanksgiving slate. Give me the dog in this game. I think the Green Bay Packers defense steps up and helps the offense put them in the best position to beat the Lions and at least get a sweep in this one. I got the Green Bay Packers underdog here. Give me Green Bay Packers 27-26 underdog. Game 2, we have the Dallas Cowboys versus the Kansas City Chiefs. The Dallas Cowboys had themselves a miraculous comeback victory against the Philadelphia Eagles in the second half, and they are 2-0 with the acquisition of Quinnen Williams. The Dallas Cowboys are 3-1-1 at home, and another win at home can slowly get the Cowboys creeping into potential wildcard playoff position. The Cowboys will be in this game without their left tackle, Tyler Guyton, which can definitely put Dak under duress. But the thing about Dak Prescott is whether he has a clean pocket or under duress because his backup left tackle was in the game against George Karlaftis, Dak is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL when it comes to throwing the ball under pressure. CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens are actually one of the best wide receiver duos in the NFL, and Schottenheimer would do his best to light the scoreboard up on this Spagnuolo defense. For the Chiefs, we're looking at a team that could potentially miss the playoffs and cannot afford to lose in a do-or-die spot on Thanksgiving. Andy Reid is a much better play caller than Patullo is, so I do expect Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid to find a way and be consistent with this offense and attack this Dallas Cowboys defense in Jerry World. We have the battle between Dak Prescott at home and Patrick Mahomes coming back to his home state. I think this would be a very close game. I think Patrick Mahomes' dual threat ability will definitely keep this Chiefs offense going. I think this game will go back and forth, and I honestly think that this might take a game-winning field goal at the end of the game. I do have the Dallas Cowboys covering with the plus 3.5. I got the Kansas City Chiefs winning in this one, 28-26. Third game that I like is the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Baltimore Ravens. In the last 9 games, the Cincinnati Bengals are 1-8, but on the plus side, they got Big Toe Joe Burrow coming back in at quarterback to at least help this offense out in a potential keep-up kind of game. The Bengals arguably have one of the worst defenses in the NFL, so we are looking at a Joe Burrow takeover game and see if this team can will themselves over to victory for a shocking upset. With T. Higgins and Trey Hendrickson not being in this game, the Bengals do need a full team effort on Thanksgiving. For the Baltimore Ravens, they are on a 5-game winning streak and will look to keep it going to claim the AFC North. Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry should have no issues moving the ball on the Cincinnati Bengals defense, and these Baltimore Ravens have won in 3 straight home games against the Cincinnati Bengals. Within the past few times these two have met, they have been high-scoring games, and to be honest, with the last game on Thanksgiving, I really want a high-scoring game. I do think that Joe Burrow will continue to throw the rock on this Baltimore Ravens defense since he really knows his team quite well. And then Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, I don't think that they should have any trouble moving the ball on this Bengals defense. I am expecting a high-scoring game. The total has gone over 50 in 4 straight games between these two. I got the Baltimore Ravens winning in this game. I got the Baltimore Ravens 33, Bengals 26. Give me the over 51.5. Fourth game, we have the Philadelphia Eagles versus Chicago Bears. The Philadelphia Eagles come back home after an unfortunate second half letdown against the Dallas Cowboys, but they are 4-1 at home, which means that they will have the hostile environment home field advantage on their side. Not only do the Philadelphia Eagles have a dominant defense, you still got Hurts, you still got Saquon, Smith, A.J. Brown, and Goddard on offense as well. I think someone should at least tell Paluto that that's who he has on offense. A lot would really have to go wrong for the Eagles to drop 2 straight games, but like I said, hostile environment, I'm sure this Eagles team is very pissed off from that letdown against the Dallas Cowboys. For the Bears, they are first in the NFC North and now start to face the gauntlet of their schedule. The Bears are winners of 8 out of their last 9 games, and they are 4-2 on the road. In the last 3 road games that the Bears have played, they played against J.J. McCarthy, Joe Flacco, and Tyler Huntley, which all led to W's. This is going to be a much tougher task and stiffer competition going against this Philadelphia Eagles with Hurts back there and pretty much with quite the amount of superstars they have on offense. I do expect Caleb Williams to utilize his legs and his arms in this game to move down the field, and it really would take an elite play calling game by Ben Johnson to at least scheme against this Vic Fangio defense. I think this game might be a bit too much for the Chicago Bears here. I think the Eagles at home pissed off. I do think they get the W. I got the Philadelphia Eagles winning in this one, 28-17. I got the Philadelphia Eagles covering that -7 against Chicago Bears. Fifth game, we have the Houston Texans versus the Indianapolis Colts. The Texans are riding high after getting an upset victory over the Buffalo Bills on Thursday Night Football and will now hit the road to face the Indianapolis Colts. The Texans are 4-1 in their last 5 games with wins, and they are currently outside trying to sneak into the playoff picture. They have a very elite defense, so Stroud really needs to put it together, or else we might have to be asking for Davis Mills to come back in this game and get this offense going. But CJ Stroud will be playing this game. We definitely need this offense to go toe-to-toe with this highly potent scoring offense that the Colts have. The Colts are looking to redeem themselves after losing to the Kansas City Chiefs and will try to continue their run in the AFC South. The Colts are 5-2 in their last 7 games, and they are 6-0 at home, so they really need this offense to be clicking and this defense to be on point. If the Texans are going to want to get an upset over the Indianapolis Colts, you need to stop Jonathan Taylor and force Daniel Jones to throw the ball on this very elite, stingy defense that the Texans have. The Colts do have a very hot offense, so I do have more trust in the Colts offense to move the ball, but this is a very tough matchup. Hot offense, hot defense. I think it may be coming down to the wire here, but I do think that the Colts win this game outright. Give me the Colts outright win. I think this would be a potential close one here. Give me 23 Colts, 17 Houston Texans. And last but not least, we have the Seattle Seahawks versus the Minnesota Vikings. The Seahawks are 5-1 in their last 6 games and finally come home after getting a get-right W against the Tennessee Titans. This defense has caused havoc throughout the whole entire season, and they are ranked 6th in the NFL in pass rush win rate. Mike McDonald has done a great job for this team in the second year and has done a phenomenal job for this defense, which is probably a top 10 scary defense in the NFL. JSN has been playing at an all-pro level all season, and with Sam Darnold going against his old team, I think JSN might go crazy here, and I'm pretty sure that Sam McDonald is going to do whatever he can to make this Vikings team look foolish. The Minnesota Vikings have been having some growing pains with J.J. McCarthy, but he will be out in this game with a concussion. You are looking at Mac Brosmer's first NFL start for the Minnesota Vikings, and hopefully he can try to get KOC's offense clicking and get Justin Jefferson involved. But this is going to be a very tough matchup with a quarterback in his first spell start going against this very dominant Seahawks defense that they have. The Vikings are averaging 14 points per game in the last 3 games, and this will be a very tough challenge to score a lot of points and go toe-to-toe against the Seattle Seahawks team. I do think that the Seattle Seahawks should have no problem winning this game. So I got the Seattle Seahawks winning this game outright. Give me 30 Seattle, 17 Minnesota Vikings, and I got the over 41.5. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoy the content, comment below on your Week 13 predictions. Give the video a like, and do not be afraid to share this video to all platforms. But thank you so much. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Catch you guys next time.